Welcome to Cody Yellowstone Uncovered, a podcast dedicated to exploring the best of Wyoming's Yellowstone country. Ready? Let's go.
Welcome back to Cody Yellowstone Uncovered. So let me paint a picture for you here.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Right. So you're sitting at your kitchen table and you're staring at a spreadsheet that has somehow grown to 47 rows.
That is the absolute nightmare right there.
It really is. You've got relatives flying in from 3 different time zones. The group text thread is producing, 100 messages an hour. And you are trying to figure out how to keep 25 different personalities happy on a single trip.
Which is basically like trying to herd cats. I mean, it's a monumental undertaking.
Yeah, exactly.
The sheer logistical weight of managing different budgets, contrasting physical abilities, competing dietary needs, it usually means the organizer ends up needing a separate vacation just to recover from the one they planned.
I have absolutely been that person. You spend the whole trip staring at your watch, counting heads, and just panicking about dinner reservations instead of actually enjoying the scenery.
Right. You're projecting managing instead of vacationing.
Yes. But here is the premise we are operating on today. Large-scale group travel does not have to be an exercise in endurance. It can actually be, seamless.
It really can.
So our mission today is to break down the ultimate stress-free blueprint for organizing an epic group getaway. The timing is brilliant because the East Gate to Yellowstone officially opened for the season on May 1st, 2026.
Yeah, so the window for putting these plans into motion is wide open right now. And, Cody Yellowstone is uniquely suited for this.
Oh, absolutely.
Most travel destinations are built for couples or, small nuclear families. When a group of 30 shows up, the infrastructure just buckles. But Cody was literally designed from the ground up to accommodate crowds naturally. You have these incredibly expansive, wild spaces paired with hospitality that anticipates volume.
Yeah.
It's a place where you can actually enjoy the vacation instead of just managing it.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because the very first logistical wall you hit when planning for a huge crew is the sleep equation.
Oh, for sure. You can't start the adventure until everyone drops their bags.
Right. And when I think about picking group lodging, I think about casting a movie.
Okay, I like that.
You need the perfect setting to match the personalities of your characters. You can't put serious, dramatic actors on a slapstick comedy set. You have to match the environment to the group. And out here, you essentially have 3 main options. Let's look at the first one, hotels for convenience. This is your high-capacity model.
Which, honestly, is the most structurally sound choice if you're dealing with a highly diverse group. Like a corporate retreat or a family with elderly members who really need predictability.
Yeah, reliability is a huge asset. So if you're prioritizing convenience, the Cody Hotel is fantastic. They feature 75 suites.
And that suite aspect is critical. It gives families room to just, spread out behind closed doors.
Exactly. Plus, it's incredibly close to major attractions like the Buffalo Bill Dam and Visitor Center. But if you need dedicated meeting spaces, say for a presentation or a family slideshow, the best Western Premier Ivy Inn and Suites is amazing for that.
Oh, yeah. They have great meeting spaces built right in.
And a pool and a hot tub, which is mandatory for winding down. But for the history buffs who want to walk downtown Sheridan Avenue, there's Buffalo Bill's Irma Hotel.
That's a great anchor right in the heart of downtown.
But let's say your group wants to be out in the landscape. This brings us to the second option, campgrounds and glampgrounds.
I love this model for multifamily trips because usually those fail when there's no balance between privacy and communal space. Campgrounds solve that perfectly.
So you get your own autonomous zone, but you share a central gathering space. Or Buffalo Bill State Park has these quieter, developed sites.
But if we're talking about a mix of rugged and luxury, you have to mention Pure Heart Retreat.
Oh, wow, yes. The glamping domes.
It's the perfect compromise. You're out in a beautiful environment, they have morning yoga, but you still get a real bed. It bridges the gap between the aunt who wants a luxury retreat and the uncle who wants to be in the woods.
Totally. Which brings us to the third option, guest and dude ranches. Now, I gotta push back a little here. Pitching a dude ranch to 36 people sounds like a financial and logistical nightmare.
Actually, it's the exact opposite.
Wait, really? How?
It solves the budget problem through cost predictability. It's an all-inclusive experience, so you eliminate the daily friction of the wallet pull.
Oh, like arguing over who pays for dinner?
Exactly. It's all bundled. Absaroka Mountain Lodge offers 15 modernized rustic cabins, so you get the frontier feel, but with heat and private bathrooms.
That is a crucial detail.
Right. Or Blackwater Creek Ranch gives you excursions right into the Shoshone National Forest. And for massive family reunions, Rimrock Dude Ranch can comfortably accommodate up to 36 guests at once with on-site wranglers.
So you're basically renting a private ecosystem. Okay, that makes sense. So we've solved the sleep equation. The group is unpacked. But a well-rested group of 30 people is really just a mob if you don't feed them.
That is the truth.
And finding a table for a massive party usually drains the fun right out of the evening. You can't exactly walk into a local spot unannounced with 25 hungry travelers without waiting in line for hours.
No, that will completely destroy group morale. But what's fascinating here is that in Cody, dining is built to be an extension of the adventure. It's built for scale.
So how do they actually handle that flow?
Take the Two Mules chuckwagon. It's authentic Dutch oven dinners for up to 26 people out in the fresh air.
And I know kids 11 and under get a discounted rate there, which is a huge deal for a big group.
Oh, absolutely. It's a lifesaver. Another brilliant option is the Cody Cattle Company. They combine dinner with live music from award-winning entertainers.
That's smart, because getting a massive group through a buffet line takes time. If they're just sitting there, they get restless. But with live entertainment, that transition time just vanishes.
Exactly. The entertainment is the buffer. You just need to remember that reservations are a huge help here to lock in your spot.
Yeah, you definitely want to call ahead. But what if the adults just need a break? You know, no rigid schedule, just grab a drink and relax.
That's when you head to Pat's Brew House. Amazing company, great vibes, delicious bites, and 15 craft beers on tap. Just call ahead with your head count, and they'll set you up.
So these aren't just meals, they're shared cultural experiences.
Exactly. It deepens the group's connection without the exhaustion of standard restaurant logistics.
Okay, so we're rested, we're fed. Now we hit the big one. How do we entertain the teenagers, the grandparents, and the outdoor enthusiasts all on the same day?
The energy gap. This is the central puzzle.
Right. I think planning activities is like building a great playlist. You have to mix the high-energy tracks with the relaxed grooves so everyone gets a win.
That's a great way to look at it.
So for the high-adrenaline tracks, you've got Group ATV and UTV tours with Out West adventures.
Yeah, you can explore stunning routes like McCullough Peaks, Red Lakes, Clark's Fork Canyon, or even the historic Kerwin Ghost Town.
Which is fascinating to see.
It really is. Plus, there's scenic whitewater rafting on the Shoshone River with Wyoming river trips.
And rafting is brilliant for groups because it requires teamwork. But, you know, not everyone wants to be jolted around or splashed with river water.
Exactly. So for the relaxed grooves, you bring in covered ground tours. They offer private and multi-day guided options.
Which is such a psychological relief. Someone else handles the driving, so the organizers and the grandparents can just look out the window and take it all in.
And then everyone can regroup for the classic Cody Nights. The Cody Night Rodeo is a must. It's the world's longest-running nightly rodeo, high energy, and they offer group discounts for parties of 10 or more.
You can't beat that. And you also have Buffalo Bill's Wild West Spectacular, the musical, at the historic Cody Theater. It's a brilliant comedic live show. But we can't forget the culture and history. The Buffalo Bill Center of the West is mind-blowing. It's literally 5 fantastic museums under one roof.
Which is so valuable for planners.
Yeah.
You park once, walk through one entrance, and the group can safely fan out at their own pace.
Yeah, no need for constant consensus. And then there's Old Trail Town and Museum of the Old West.
That's a great one.
It's a self-guided stroll through authentically preserved frontier buildings. You can see Butch Cassidy's historic hole-in-the-wall cabin or Rose Williams Roadhouse.
So you can experience thrilling whitewater in the morning and safely stroll through frontier history in the afternoon. Nobody feels left out.
It's the ultimate crowd pleaser. So we have all these exciting ingredients. Here's where it gets really interesting. What are the absolute golden rules for pulling this master plan off without a hitch?
Okay, here is the ultimate planning checklist. First, you have to confirm your group size and your must-haves. Do you need meeting spaces or ranch activities? Figure that out first.
Get absolute consensus on the core needs.
Second, and this is huge, book your lodging first.
Yes. Bed first, fun second.
Exactly. Only then should you lock in your tours, shows, and chuckwagon dinners. Because limited capacity and peak season demand fill spots quickly. If you have 20 rodeo tickets but nowhere to sleep, you're in trouble.
That is agonizing. What's next?
Third, assign a single point person for reservations and tickets. You do not want 4 different relatives trying to coordinate on 4 different credit
Yeah,
cards.
well, that sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
It is. Having one person handling it streamlines everything. And finally, The most crucial tip, build in flex time.
People always misunderstand this one. They think it means having nothing to do.
Right, but it's actually about buffering. Groups simply move slower. Getting 20 people out the door takes 3 times longer than you think. Planning for that natural buffer eliminates stress.
It's the difference between screaming at everyone to get in the car and just enjoying an extra cup of coffee.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, designating a point person and allowing for flex time is secretly an exercise in preserving relationships.
That is so true.
It ensures the organizers get to actually enjoy the trip too. And I highly encourage requesting the free 2026 vacation guide to kickstart this whole process.
It's basically the master key to the region.
It really is. And, I want to leave you with one final thought as you map this out. Planning the perfect trip isn't just about perfectly checking off boxes on an itinerary.
No, definitely not.
It's about creating the space for the magic to happen. What if the most memorable part of your trip isn't the scheduled tour, but the unplanned shared laughter back at the cabins, or the awe of seeing a new landscape together for the very first time? Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Cody Yellowstone Uncovered.
Catch you later, wild ones.